Welcome back to the Pig Trail. It is time to talk Hog Hoops. Our recruiting insider, Kevin McPherson, is joining us as always. Now, Kevin, let's start with Chris Moore, a guy from West Memphis. His official visit is coming up soon. What can you tell us about him?
Well, 6'6" combo forward out of, like you said, out of West Memphis, a national top 100 four-star recruit. We know that the previous staff had offered him within the first week of Eric Musselman coming in the job in early April. He reaffirmed that offer, and this will be the first time that Chris Moore has been back to campus. He took an official visit as a junior with the previous staff. He's been on multiple times for unofficial visits, but not with this new staff in place. So an official visit the weekend of September 20 through the 22nd. He's a very coveted frontline piece at 6'6", a little undersized for the 4 spot, but he can out-quick guys getting from the perimeter to the basket. His motor is nonstop. It's an elite motor. I mean, he plays cluster plays at both ends of the floor. This is a guy that Arkansas would love to get, and you know, that official visit will make him the first player from the high school ranks to take multiple official visits in Arkansas Razorbacks history, because last year the NCAA allowed for juniors to take 5 official visits, and then they can reset and take 5 more as seniors. So a little bit of history there, but yes, Chris Moore is headed to Fayetteville. Well,
Moses Moody is a guy that Arkansas would love to get back on campus. He's visiting in October, a 6'6" shooting guard from Little Rock. How big is it to get him back on the hill?
I think it's huge. You know, he took an unofficial visit and met the entire staff, the new staff, on June 30th. So that was an unofficial visit. He also took a junior year official visit to Arkansas last year. It was actually almost a year to the weekend, which he'll be coming back, which will be October 18th through the 20th. Arkansas football team hosts Auburn that weekend on that Saturday. So another October official visit for Moses Moody, Arkansas. This time it's with the new coaching staff, Eric Musselman. Even though he plays at Montverde Academy in Florida, this is an opportunity to try to convince him he needs to play college basketball in his home state.
Well, Eric Musselman and his staff are about to be very, very busy hitting the recruiting trail on Monday. Where are they going to end up? Who are they going to go visit?
Well, we just talked about Chris Moore. Actually, Monday, Arkansas is going to do an in-home visit with Chris Moore. The recruiting period is about a six-month-long period with a couple of 2 or 3 day exceptions in there. But it all starts tomorrow, and Musselman and assistant coach Corey Williams are expected to be in Chris Moore's family's home to do an in-home visit. I think they'll also stop by to check out practice. And then on Tuesday, Jalen Williams, the 6'10" forward center out of Fort Smith, Arkansas coaches are expected to stop by there, including head coach Eric Musselman, to see him. And then throughout the week and the weeks to follow, Arkansas is going to get out, and they'll go see Moses Moody, Kaylin KK Robinson, and Jalen Ricks, a couple of Arkansas kids that are now at Oak Hill Academy in Virginia.
Well, Arkansas legend Cindy Moncrief was inducted into the Hall of Fame just the other night. Did you watch that ceremony, and just exactly how important is that for this Arkansas program?
I think it's really important. He joins Hall of Fame coach Nolan Richardson as the only 2 Razorbacks to be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. And, you know, Cindy Moncrief is a legend in Little Rock, started Little Rock Hall before Eddie Sutton signed him in the mid-'70s. And, of course, in the modern era of college basketball, he and the triplets, Ron Brewer Sr., Marvin Delth, all 3 of those guys were in-state guys, got Arkansas to the 1978 Final Four. And he ends up, you know, one of 2 players to score 2,000 career points at Arkansas. He's the all-time leader in rebounds, at the top of the list in a lot of their statistical categories. But then he parlayed that into a 5th round, or excuse me, the number 5 overall pick in the 1st round of the 1979 NBA draft. And he's the highest Razorback to ever be selected. A great 10-year career with the Milwaukee Bucks. They've retired his number. The Bucks have, as have the Razorbacks. But here's a guy that just had a great career. You know, 5-time All-Pro. He's the only multiple All-Pro that was a former Razorback. First team 1 year, second team 4 more times, and then he was twice the NBA Defensive Player of the Year. So he set a lot of high-water marks for the program in terms of not only what he did when he was a Razorback, but also as a professional. And so this was probably long overdue. He had a brilliant career that was cut short by tendonitis in both knees, and had he continued to play at the level, and I think he would have another 5 years had he not gone through the tendonitis in those knees, I think he would have been we would have been talking about this 20 years ago. But anyway, long overdue, but Cindy Moncrief is now in the Naismith Hall of Fame, and I think some more Razorbacks will follow down the road.
Let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. Kevin McPherson, thank you so much for your time. As always, if you guys want to read more from him, you can head to our website, hogville.net. That's going to do it for your Hog Hoops Recruiting Report. More on the Pig Trail after this.